You can touch her skin, kiss her neck, whisper the right words. But if you ignore this one hidden mechanism in her brain, she may enjoy the moment, but she won't crave you. Me explain. Women don't get addicted to actions. They get addicted to what those actions make them feel about themselves. And once you know how to trigger that internal loop, she'll start to associate your presence with an emotional high she won't be able to resist, even if she doesn't understand why. So let me give you a real example. One of the most powerful but underestimated triggers in the female mind is the mirror effect. It's the ability to reflect back to her not who she is, but who she wants to be when she's with you. And the most effective way to activate this? Through your words, but not just any words. You need to learn the psychology of emotional microlabeling. For example, instead of saying, "You're so beautiful," which is generic and overused, say, "The way your lips curve when you smile, it's unfair." That subtle shift tells her two things. One, that you're paying attention to details she didn't know were visible, and two, that you find those details irresistible. This creates a personalized feedback loop. Her brain says, "He sees me. He gets me. He wants me." And from that moment, she starts craving more of your validation, not from neediness, but from emotional resonance. Here's another powerful strategy. Interrupt her script. Most women go through dates and conversations with a mental autopilot. He'll probably ask about work, compliment my dress, and offer to pay. Boring. Predictable. To break the cycle, do something unexpected, but warm and grounded. Say something like, "Wait, can I tell you what's really attractive about you that I probably shouldn't say?" Then pause. Let her lean in. Her curiosity will spike. And when you say it, whatever it is, make sure it's vulnerable and slightly bold. For example, "You laugh like someone who's hiding a secret, and I love that." Now she's intrigued. She feels seen. And she wants to show you more. Are you starting to see the pattern? This isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about understanding how female attraction is layered, nuanced, and wired through emotional discovery. Another tip that works like magic. Use scent association. Lightly spray your pillow, scarf, or even her wrist with a subtle, unique scent. Not cologne, but something fresh, natural, like bergamot or vetiver. Then say, "This reminds me of you." Next time she smells it, whether you're around or not, her body will trigger emotional memory. Scent is deeply tied to the amygdala, the part of the brain that stores emotional impressions. If you become a scent, you become unforgettable. And let's talk about touch, but not the kind you're thinking. I'm talking about subconscious touch. Instead of grabbing her hand or kissing her, trace your finger lightly along the edge of her ring finger while telling her something only she would understand. It's not about the action. It's about the intention behind the contact. When a woman feels a man's presence in silence, in subtlety, in the pause before the kiss, that's where true craving begins. If you truly want her to crave you, not just physically but emotionally, you need to understand the addiction cycle of anticipation. Most men rush. They think desire is created by immediate action. But in women, anticipation is the desire. The waiting, the wondering, the slow build-up. That's what gets engraved in her memory. Here's how to use it. Next time you're texting her, don't reply instantly. But when you do, say something like, "Sorry I disappeared. I just pictured you biting your lip and had to take a second." Now, not only did you break the pattern of constant availability, but you've created an internal image she'll keep replaying. She won't even know why she keeps thinking about it, she just will. Another underestimated technique. The delayed compliment. Instead of complimenting her during the moment, do it after, when she's least expecting it. Imagine texting her hours after you part ways and writing, "By the way you said that one sentence earlier, it's still echoing in my head." That delayed validation hits deeper because it tells her the impression lasted. And that's how you last in her thoughts. Let's go deeper. Ever heard of mirrored vulnerability? Women feel safest when you expose something slightly imperfect, but only if it's framed with emotional strength. Say, I used to think I had to always know what I'm doing, until I met someone who made me realize how fun it is to get lost. You're not just sharing, you're guiding her into a story, one where she plays a role. And stories, especially emotional ones, are addictive to the female brain. They trigger oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and when it flows, so does desire. Want a more physical technique? Here's one, the memory anchor. Pick one thing you do only when you're with her. Could be gently touching the back of her neck when you laugh together, or whispering mine softly when you hug. Do it consistently. Her nervous system will begin to link that action with feelings of safety, attraction, ownership, and pleasure. Then, even when you're not around, she'll seek that sensation again. And here's where things get powerful. The emotional inversion. When you say things like, "You're dangerous, you make me want to lose control," you flip the dynamic. You make her feel like the seducer, the mystery, the powerful one. That gives her emotional dominance, which is an intoxicating feeling for women who are used to being pursued. But now they feel like the reason you are burning up inside. That's not just confidence, that's chemistry redefined. I need you to understand this. Attraction isn't about having the right line. It's about being the right trigger. And those triggers are often soft, invisible, even unspoken. Like the way you pause when she speaks, or how your eyes don't wander when she walks into the room. Those things aren't tricks, they're signals. Primal, subconscious, deeply feminine signals that tell her. He's safe, he's aware. He's not like the others. And when she feels that, when she feels like her feminine energy is mirrored and understood, she won't just want to be around you. She'll feel like herself around you, a more sensual, more confident, more emotionally alive version of herself. And that version of her, she needs to be fed. That's when you become unforgettable. So I'll ask again. Have you ever noticed how some men just leave a mark without doing anything loud or flashy? It's because they learned the emotional rules of female desire. And now, so can you. Leave a comment with the tactic that surprised you most. Or better yet, tell me what you'd like to master next. Her emotional cravings. Her fantasies she won't say out loud. Her biological signals of attraction. This channel is about more than just tips. It's about decoding the language of desire. Softly, skillfully, and with real human depth. Subscribe now if you haven't already, and stay tuned. Because once you start activating these hidden layers in her mind, you won't need to chase anyone ever again. They'll find you unforgettable,